move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it.
I feel like I'm missing my crown. I feel like a queen. It's so ancient and has so much history, but the other part of it is it's actually very like home. Everyone is so nice, so hospitable, and the chef, he was just everyone from him all the way down to the people who greeted us. It's like a dream. I feel like from the chef, Vito, all the way down to the people who greeted us when we came in, I just felt like royalty here. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And yes, the atmosphere was special, but the reason is because we are in a very ancient place for Florence and for the history of the city and the history of all the Italy. So.
And it stays with you. When I woke up this morning, just the ambience and the feeling of last night is with me. And I woke up and said I get to have lunch there again. So if they would let me live here, I would.
Alessandra Pini offers Amy and Francesca a pasta making lesson.
Francesca, I'm so excited. We are in the kitchen, father and son. They're going to teach us how to make pasta.
Yes, we do the pasta with our family recipe. So I learned how to make pasta from my grandmother. And of course, as every Italian grandmother, she didn't really know the exact amount of flour, eggs, and so I had to go to her house, understand how to make it, and I would be like, we have to measure everything. So we have to measure the flour, we have to measure how many egg. So, so I measure everything, and that's how we will do our recipe today. So it's only 2 ingredients, so very easy. It's flour and egg. It's now, because we have a small egg, I put 175 grams of flour, each of us, plus 2 eggs for each of us.
Wonderful.
We start doing an hole on the flour, in the center of the flour, so we can put the yolk of the egg inside the hole, okay? And we'll break the egg. Okay. Then with the fork, we start break the egg, the yolk of the egg, and we will mix a bit the center. And plus, when we have mixed it a bit, we start taking the flour from outside and put it inside. Like this, like keeping the egg all together with the
This is actually harder than it looks.
Oh.
It goes. So fun.
So you start doing this like this, and then mix the flour with the egg, okay? Of course, after this, we will start doing with the hand as well, huh? Okay. So now you can start working with the hand.
Okay. And I want to note, we did wash our hands before this.
Of course. Now you know why.
Now I know what.
The flour I'm using now is a flour that you can find also in the States, so in all the world pretty much, is a Manitoba flour, which is a strong flour. So it helps the dough to be together, to stay together. So it's a nice flour to do handmade pasta.
How old were you when you did your first pasta, when you first tried this?
I was, I think 25, about 25, yes. Yeah.
Old.
Old, yes.
Yes,
true.
you have to
True.
start before.
The handmade, yes, true. But maybe when I was younger, of course, when my grandmother was doing it, I was watching, I was
but you
helping
never
it a
helped
bit, but not really making pasta. I mean, I didn't really make it. I would say me making pasta at 25, yes.
Okay.
But of course, helping from when I was maybe 6 years old, of course.
You're always there to try.
And watching, and I'm always being curious, so it's always been nice for me to watch how to do things, of course.
Me too. I'm the same.
And in the kitchen, I love to cook, so it's easy for me. It's something that I really like. So we put some of plastic like this, and then we will let it rest for at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay.
I'm a father. I explain how made the tomato sauce.
Okay.
I use the simple ingredients: tomato, basil, and garlic. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And the tomato, I use two types of tomato. This is a Fiorentino tomato, and also the tomato grapes. Tomato grapes, I take out the skin and the sides inside. With the Fiorentino, it's difficult to take out the skin.
Because it's thin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cut the tomato.
Yeah.
I put in there.
Okay.
Lo schiaccio.
Smash.
Mash
Smash.
it.
Smash. And
Okay.
after 5 minutes, it's possible with this strange machine.
Okay. What's the name?
What is the name of that? That is not in. I do not think we have that in America. We should.
The Italian name is passatutto.
Pasta tutto.
Passa tutto.
Pasta tutto.
Everything gone inside.
Ah.
The name is good, like.
I
Okay.
love it.
And put the tomato inside and run this.
Oh.
When run outside, arrive the tomato sauce
Okay.
Gotcha.
with the sides without the skin.
Without skin. Understood.
I put also the basil,
Very nice.
but with the salt is better so because it's impossible take out.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's delicious.
I put also the salt in the water
So square size. With the rolling pin, we start from the middle of the dough, then as before, with the weight of your body, okay? You don't have to be strong to do it. You go ahead and back. Then you move always the dough, but not you don't move yourself. Never move yourself. Move always the dough. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. So not this.
Exactly.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Push it. Oh, okay. I think you could use this as a pickup. I'm just saying. Because but
When
so
I
thin.
roll,
Oh, rolled it. Okay, gotcha.
I push and pour it.
Oh yes, it's very thin. How thin you have to get it? Ah, it's perfect. Perfecto.
So we will put some flour on the dough, just not to stick it, so that it doesn't stick together. On this side and on the other side, we already made. We have already done it, and then you start rolling. But before rolling, we cut it in squares. So we do a square, okay?
Okay.
So we do like this. Then like this. Perfect. This we will use it to do maltagliati, okay? Perfect.
Tagliolino, tagliatella, poi pardella.
Then we do tagliatella right now. Okay. So the size of tagliatella is like this, and to use the knife, you need to put your fingers
Oh,
like
you should.
this. So your fingers like this.
Okay.
Then you put the knife like this,
Oh, I see.
and you go like this. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, this is the right size.
Okay.
If you don't do it all the same, no problem, because we are home. So feel free to do it your size, no problem. The important is the thickness of the dough. Voila.
Wow.
There you go. And then you go like this.
Bravo.
There you go. Sì? Oh. Bene. Meno. Cioè un po' meno, leggermente. You only have to put your finger inside it and just in the edge of this one,
Oh, obviously.
You do this. Then you put this on top and you close it with your hand like this. Press it, press it, press it and close it. So
With
finish
the fork.
with the fork. So with the fork we do like this. And you go all around.
Okay. Got it.
Prego.
I'm making ravioli.
Bravo.
It's perfect.
Perfetto.
Just this last one right here. There is a huge difference between pasta you make and pasta you buy. This is amazing.
Alessandro Pini founded the boutique hotel in Piazza della Signoria. He offers immersive experiences from sailing, fishing to shopping for produce at the local market. Cooking lessons are always available. Many rooms of this historic boutique hotel have the windows facing the piazza from which it takes its name. Amy has the Leonardo da Vinci room with the most beautiful view. Il Porcellino, or the Little Pig of Florence. You've not been to the city unless you've petted his nose one time for good luck. Amy and her mother walked to the Ponte Vecchio. That means the old bridge. Duke Cosimo had a secret walkway built above it in 1565, now part of the Uffizi Gallery. This impressive forecourt is Palazzo Pitti, named after an important Florentine family. In 1565, Grand Duke Cosimo decreed that only gold could be sold on the Ponte Vecchio. Today, the finest jewelers are allowed to tempt dreamy-eyed visitors. Lorenzo the Magnificat statue reminds us of his power and contribution to the birth of Renaissance. Patron of the finest minds and artists of the day, all leading the way to a flowering culture that continues to inspire the world.
Okay, so this place is owned by my family. We own a winery, so all the wines, everything you see around is produced by us, okay, in the Chianti region. And all the products, cocoas, cheeses, even the bread, the flour, everything is locally sourced. So it's very different. So the idea of this is a wine bar. The idea, of course, do a wine tasting and eat something like small, like crostini, biscotti, plate of cheeses, plate of salami, some focaccia, something like that. So it's not a restaurant. We're different. The idea of come here, quick lunch, salad, something like high standards, and we hope. And so yes, that's the idea, and very different from the previous experience I'm sure you had.
Oh, absolutely, very
Unique. Absolutely. It's a wine bar, traditional wine bar, a bit of salmon.
Alessandro Pini tells to Amy and Francesca about his important 500-year-old artifact, an ancient shoe.
When I restructured the building, we found in the wall, in the little cave, Denise, on one shoes, 1 liter shoes.
Little shoes.
The little shoes this is there. I go into Uffizi Museum. In the Uffizi Museum, I enter to the Botticelli room. Mm-hmm. In the Botticelli room, there is the big painting. The name is Trittico Portinari because it's in the Botticelli room because it inspired Botticelli and the painting of Botticelli. In this painting, this is a copy. I have the shoes, but the original painting is in the Uffizi Museum. In the central painting, there is the same shoes.
It's a very amazing story, yeah?
That is amazing. I just can't stop thinking about how much smaller that is than my foot.
Yes.
It's too short for me.
It's
so,
too short.
And I have a Cinderella feet. Huh?
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Right there.
Caterina de' Medici lived in the 12th century palace where the champagne cellars are located. The ancient house is no longer a seat of power, but still protects beautiful corridors filled with precious wines. Palazzo Concini plays host to many Hollywood notables, such as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Simone, we are thrilled to taste your cuisine, but this place is incredible. What about it? Tell us something.
We are in a very historical place. So they used to live here consiglieri di Caterina dei Medici, so people from the
Consular.
Yeah, exactly, the consular. So a very, very important family in Florence at that time. As you can see, now we are in the bottom of the palace where Florence used to be. So the streets and everything was here, and then with the passing of the years it rise. So the city now is on top. We have a whole city downstairs, underground, let's say.
Okay.
Nothing, I ended up here, it's almost 2 years now, and we're doing a very great job. I'm super happy, we have a big team. We're good.
Well, I know you have been a lot of places, from Australia to
Yes.
Tokyo to England, just to name a few. Since you're originally from Florence,
Yeah.
what have you taken with you that you like to make and have shared that with the other places that you've been?
So yeah, so basically I finished the school, as you said, I'm from Florence. I finished the school here and I was thrilling to go out. I was so curious to see the world and to travel and to meet other culture and everything. So I started 20 years old, I came back 10 years later full of information and experience and different culture all around the world, from Australia, from Tokyo, England, France, everywhere. The part of the Spain very important for me, for my culinary experience as well, the north of Spain in San Sebastian for 2 years. This one was the last experience and probably the strongest one as well, as a chef. So yeah, at the end I said, okay, I need to settle down, I need to buy my house, to be here with my family, with my friends, and to build something here which represent me. So I started thinking, I said, okay, who am I? You know, because I traveled for so many years and I was like going up and down, and I didn't never realize what I was, what I want to be. And then I put all the pieces together and I start to build here, probably since I'm here from 2 years. Who am I? And as a chef, as a person. So this place is it's very important for me. It's something that I grow with, and the place as well. The tasting menu you're gonna try as well. It's something that I really bring from my experience. So you will see later.
in Florence right now. This is everything. Tell me about this. What are you about to make us?
So I make, I would like to make a Negroni. And this is my bar tools. This is the three ingredients of Negroni: the gin, the bitter Campari, and the red vermouth, Italian red vermouth. It's very interesting, the form of the glassware, because Negroni was invented in a small cup. It was born like a variation of the service of red vermouth, because it's very popular at that time when Florence was the capital of Italy for a short time, only 5 years, and after the capital moved to Rome. But when Florence was the capital, the governor was from Turin. So it was very popular in Florence when Florence was the capital. The service of the red vermouth from Turin, and the red vermouth was like a staple of the political, of the noble people, and was diffused for a long time. After the capital moved to Rome, but the tradition of drinking vermouth was a staple of the high-level people in Florence too. When Negroni back to Italy, because he lived a long time like a cowboy. It's a strange history, like a cowboy in the US, but he was Italian. He was born in 1868 in Florence, but he moved to America because he spoke a very good the English languages.
Gosh.
And his mother was from London, from England, from Warwick. It's a small city on the south side of London. And the life of Count Negroni is very interesting. Mm-hmm. It's like an adventure.
Yes.
But we back to Italy in 1912 in Florence, and in Florence was very diffused the tradition of drinking the vermouth of Turin. But the news at that time was the Campari bitter, because bitters was like the Amaro. Mm-hmm. But when Gaspare Campari invented this strange Amaro, because this red color is not digestive, it's like a pre-dinner liquor, you know,
yes.
Because it's stimulating the appetite. And we mix in a splash of that one, of Campari, inside the red vermouth.
Oh, wonderful.
And this cocktail, it's a mixture, not Campari, this cocktail was invented more or less at the end of the 19th century. And the name of this cocktail was Americano. Because Americano is mixed ingredients like American style.
I love it. So you are blending Florence and America together, because we always are looking at Italy for doing what's cool and hip.
Negroni loves to drink strong because he lived for 5 years in New York City. In a moment it was the maximum expression of the mixology. Mm-hmm. There is the Waldorf Astoria, there are the Ritz-Carlton, there are Knickerbocker Hotel, a lot of cocktail bar. It's the moment of the explosion of this fashion to drink cocktail, and we try to have experience with martinis, with the Manhattan or other drinks. And when we back to Italy, like a Jurassic moment for mixologists. And then when he tried to drink the Americano, one days, unknown days, in 1919, he suggested the barman, so less soda and put inside the gin because it's too light for me. And Negroni was invented.
That's
That's all.
No, you were telling me a story about going to the cemetery. You had to go to the graves. Can you kind of share that experience?
Yes, it's a funny story because there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people say strange story about. Nobody knows the real story of Negroni, and we don't know if Negroni was invented in Rome or Milan or Paris or Africa or New York. Wow, that is true, and this is the start of my research.
So you were born to know
The
this.
second step was traveling all around the cemetery. At the 60th cemetery, I discovered the grave of Negroni, but it's a grave simple. Count Camillo Negroni, born in 25 of March. It's wrong because it was in May.
It was an M-word.
and he passed away in 1933.
I see. So you're born to know this. You wrote it down. You are going to research it. You gave them the name. They gave you a letter 2 days later. You go to the cemetery. You're looking at the grave, and you see it. So, what is the favorite way to make this? What do you like to do?
The evolution of the liqueurs since 30 years, special way the vermouth and the gin, but now the bitter too.
Yes.
For me, it's good if you mix, you stir the Negroni, because the perfect technique it's build over ice.